Honorable Opoku Ansah, you have the floor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister for Local Government. Your time is up. Honorable Opoku Ansah, you have the floor.
Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker. I mean, if we were to look at the behavior of the local government minister, clearly, it sums up this whole budget. The budget is empty. And they say that empty barrels make the most noise. And so
you are speaking for 15 minutes.
Everything that the local government minister has sought to do in this house is to just make empty noises by not even making any reference to this budget. Mr. Speaker, the Minister for Finance,
you see, Honorable Opoku Ansah,
he made reference.
You could have proceeded to make your point without making reference to the conduct of the local government minister.
In fact, Mr. Speaker,
so the aspect that you are making reference to the conduct of the local government minister, please withdraw.
Mr. Speaker, before I withdraw, when the local government minister was making his submissions, he pointed to the fact that I, a then first-timer, a backbencher, led a whole coup d'etat to take out the finance minister. Mr. Speaker, this is factually inaccurate. But you allowed this to go on. You never asked him to withdraw. I stood up. In fact, Mr. Speaker, you saw me and decided that you were not going to call me. And I'm surprised that, Mr. Speaker, you are asking me by stating a fact that a minister has stood here for 15 minutes, made no reference to this budget.
That is not what I am asking you to withdraw. You are saying that by the conduct of the local government minister, it shows that the budget is empty.
Yes.
So, will you consider that as an insult?
Oh, no, Mr. Speaker, no. Mr. Speaker.
So, you are saying that his conduct is empty?
Mr. Speaker, I'm going to point to the fact that...
That is why I'm asking you to withdraw.
This budget that was presented by Honorable Atufosin is indeed empty, Mr. Speaker.
That is why I am asking you, you can describe the budget without referencing it to the conduct of the local government minister.
I'm guided, Mr. Speaker. If you so believe that I should withdraw, I've withdrawn. I think that I need to move on. But clearly, making noise to explain something that has nothing do not solve problems. Mr. Speaker, making noise to explain something that has nothing really do not solve problems. Mr. Speaker, when the minister presented the budget, in fact, he termed it resetting for growth, jobs, and economic transformation. In my small village in Impraiso, people were full of excitement. Indeed, Mr. Speaker, I remember that very day. I even got angry with my side that we were delaying the process and that we should allow the finance minister to present that sweet news that he wanted to give to Ghanaians. But it turned out that whatever the minister did here, he was just engaged in sloganeering. The budget was heavy on slogans, but empty on substance. And that is what I made reference to, that if you come here and present an empty budget, all your people can do is to now seek to want to make noise and shout. Mr. Speaker, budget or economic management is premised on trust. In fact, if you really want to lead people, you need to build trust. The people must have a certain level of trust in you. Honorable Atufosin came to this house, presented the 2025 budget, and made some claims that government intends to invest some monies into goods and services. Government intends to invest some monies into capital expenditure, Mr. Speaker. At the end of the day, in the 2026 budget, we all got to find out in this house that only 56% of goods and services was released. It is not surprising that, Mr. Speaker, today you walk through some ministries in this country and their lifts are not working. Mr. Speaker, you walk through some ministries in these countries and common pen, A4 sheets are not there for people to work with. And that is what they were making a lot of noise, that global ratings are rating us, Fitch is giving us this. Mr. Speaker, my little boy is 10-year-old. Recently, I found out that the young boy comes home and he seems to be growing lean. But every day when this boy is going to school, daddy gives this boy money. Then we find out from him, Johnny, why are you growing lean when daddy gives you money? It ends up that, Mr. Speaker, Johnny now saves the money in the bank without feeding on the money. Mr. Speaker, when Ghanaians give you money to spend on the economy, and you decide that you are going to keep the money in your pocket and that you don't spend, yes, your accounts will look big, but in actual sense, your economy will be growing lean. And that is what has happened to the economy of this country under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Mr. Speaker, another interesting point is their investment on capital expenditure. Only 34% was released during this 2025, in the 2026 budget. Mr. Speaker, that is alarming. Because this is a government that came with big promises, agenda, the big push, Mahama, whatever, and all of that. That roads are going to be constructed in this country under the big push and agenda. Then at the end of the day, the Nkokon, Kitinketi, and every project under this government only saw 34% in capital expenditure. What it means is that you are not even paying contractors. What it means is that you are not releasing monies to the Ministry of Agri to buy more Nkoko so that 50 households will be getting money. What it means is that even common desilting of gutters is not being done because you are not releasing the money to do that. And it's problematic. How can we have an economy that is growing in name, but in actual sense, the economy is leaning because the Minister for Finance has refused to release monies for all of that. Mr. Speaker, the minister also said that ever since they took office, they have awarded close to about 63 billion worth of contracts under the big push. But we all know that in the 2025 budget, what the minister announced was some 13 billion. In this budget, what the minister has announced is 30 billion. Mr. Speaker, if you were to put 13 plus 30 billion together, we are looking at 43 billion. Is the minister telling us that now the government is engaged in some financial engineering to want to find some monies from elsewhere when this parliament has not approved that extra 20 million? We want to find out from them. Where are they getting that 20 billion from to fund the big push agenda? Is it the case that they are making noise, telling the people of Fuase that we are going to construct bridge, when indeed the money for that wonderful edifice that they showed us is non-existent? Mr. Speaker, I think it's important that in the spirit of promoting the Public Financial Management Act and ensuring that this government do not violate it, we investigate where this government is going to get the 20 extra billion to fund their big push agenda. It's a matter of concern. Mr. Speaker, there's been unrealistic revenue that this government announced. Indeed, there's been some shortfalls. The 2025 revenue targets, they have made some 7.7 billion in total revenue. They have made some 6.8 billion in domestic revenue. So I was surprised when I heard Atu Forsin claiming in this house that his government is projecting some 18.8% increases in the 2026 without any credible measures. It is worrying, and I think that they ought to check. Mr. Speaker, it is not surprising that today, if you went to Okaenshi market or you entered into Mokola market, a lot of the business communities have lost confidence in this government. They have lost confidence in this government. Indeed, the trading market, clearly, if 25 out of the 45 treasury auctions fail, which represents some 55% of failure rate, happens in this country, then there's a big problem. And I think that they ought to watch it. But Mr. Speaker, I want to zoom into the communications and the digitalizations industry. Mr. Speaker, indeed, this is a sector that should anchor Ghana's future. Communication is everything. People are talking digital. We are looking at how AI is able to transform this economy. Mr. Speaker, indeed, only 331 million was allocated to the Ministry of Communication. Mr. Speaker, this is quite worrying. We never saw any AI readiness plan in this budget. There was no national digital architecture announced in this budget. No broadband affordability strategy announced in this budget. No structured digital transformation roadmap announced in this budget. Mr. Speaker, the only things that we saw, the only news that we heard was that government is allocating some 70 million for digital youth hub. But this digital youth hub, as a member of the Communications and Information Committee, not even a single plan has been laid before us. We don't know what digital youth hub is going to do, whether it's going to create jobs or whether it's going to train people and all of that. Mr. Speaker, I said this because in the last budget, the government said they are investing 100 million in their 100 coders program, 1 million coders program. This year, they are making claims that they are also investing the same 100 million in the 1 million coders program. But as a member of the Communications Committee, I've sat through this committee for 9 months. Not even one single coder has been trained. So you wonder, where did this money go to? Where did this money go to? Indeed, they mentioned big monies in this budget, but virtually do nothing in it. Mr. Speaker, another interesting bit is rural telephony. We know that under His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, over 1,200 rural telephony sites were planted across this country. This government intends to invest some 30 million in the rural telephony project. But what is lacking is that we have not seen any constituency list. Mr. Speaker, we have not seen any constituency map. We are not being told that for this particular year, we want to do this X amount of rural telephony projects across the globe. They have virtually done nothing, which is a bit worrying, Mr. Speaker. They have talked about their coders program and all of that. But, Mr. Speaker, to end, I want to bring this to the attention of this House. Mr. Speaker, when the MPP government, under His Excellency President John Adjei Kufuor, wanted to have something to do with Ghana Telecom, they came to this very House. In fact, Ghana Telecom found expression in the budget the very year that the government intended to do something about it. Mr. Speaker, today, as we speak, there's a company called 80. 80 is a measure between Airtel and Tigo. Today, we call it 80 Ghana. Mr. Speaker, 80 is struggling. You will be there as a member of parliament. Then the government through the ministry will announce that they are looking for international partners to come and take over 80. The next breath, you will be there and the minister will walk to 80 and assure the people that 300 jobs will be maintained. In another breath, you'll be there and an announcement will be made that the government is considering a merger between 80 and Telecel. Mr. Speaker, this is the House of Parliament. We represent the over 30 million Ghanaians. If this matter is not brought before us, then who else should get to know what is happening in this 80 measure? Mr. Speaker, so I thought that if indeed this government wants to protect the over 300 employees at 80, if indeed this government wanted to protect over 4 million subscribers at 80, 80 should have found expression in this budget. But they did not. All we care about at the ministry is how we are able to do promo for DSTV. And today, that is the focus of the ministry. All they care about is how Ghanaians are able to subscribe to DSTV and get more offers. That we have now virtually turned the Ministry of Communication, Digitalization and Innovation to a promotional center for DSTV. When the focus should be on how we are developing or expanding infrastructure in this country. The focus should be on how we are planting more telephony in rural areas. The focus should be on how we are helping young girls learn ICT. Mr. Speaker, indeed, I can conclude that this government, when it comes to AI, this government, when it comes to digitalization, this government, when it comes to how we are able to digitize everything that we do in this country, has lost focus. They have failed. And that is why, to the young boy who is sitting in circle, hoping that this government is coming to inject some money into his program, the apps that is developing, I am telling you, this government is a Midofo Adadame government that you do not need to put some trust in them. To the young boy in Impraiso, who is hoping that this government is going to employ him, to the young boy in Zabzugu, who is hoping that this government is going to provide some employment to them, what I'm telling them is that, look no further. Now, I buy way there. In fact, it is wrong. They have no plans for us.
You know, we speak English. Whatever you say in Twi, you translate into English.
Omonyo is a fancy word. If a fancy man says omonyo, my big brother Tamios is here. It means that it is overly bad. I say a pro, and that is what this government has done. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity to contribute to this statement.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, what he said is not fancy. Yes. What he said is not fancy. Yes. And it doesn't sound fancy. And the real fancy word is omunyo. What he said is wrong. So he needs to withdraw.
Mr. Speaker, I seek to withdraw omonyo and replace with
you don't have the floor. It's now the turn of Honorable Ansah Opoku.